What is up, my viewers and subscribers? I'm Mike Wayne, aka Rebel 180, and this is my new mini-series, pretty much. My new mini-series. This is episode 1. It was supposed to be recorded in the boxing gym, the boxing room at Extreme Fitness. But due to complaints and the fear that I might snap the next time someone interrupted one of my vids, it caused the manager to tell me that I was no longer allowed to bring my camera into the gym. So I will be doing my exercises in my room, and during the month of May, hopefully, I will do them in a location, in a secluded location, near my house, in a shed. And I will make it my own personal gym. I'm thinking about calling it Machine Training Fitness Center. The Machine Training Fitness Center. Okay. And anyone is able to come. Well, it's not official right now, it's only for me. But, whatever. Nobody would come anyways. But anyways, I will be doing that. I will be taking a break during the month of April. Okay, let's get started, okay, shall we? As you can tell from the title, this is the fuckery that is my love life. And you're probably wondering right now, Mike, have you ever had a girlfriend or have ever gotten laid in your life? Well, to answer that, it's no to both. I've never had a girlfriend. I've never gotten laid. I've never even really kissed a woman. Never got to second base or any of that, but whatever. And I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to give the typical virgin answer and say, I choose to be a virgin. Because no virgin ever chooses to be a virgin. Unless you're like Catholic or something. Maybe. But whatever. The story I'm about to tell is one of heartbreak, misinterpretation, and the pretty much the biggest fuckery that you will ever hear about. So the year was 2006. I was a young junior, and I don't usually like to talk about my younger years because, I don't like to think about my younger years because those were times that were very unsettling for me. So, here we go. The year was 2006. I was a young junior, like I said, and, I had liked this girl. I will not be doing any name dropping, but I liked this one girl since middle school. I had a huge crush on her. You could say I was a little obsessed, but whatever. And during my junior year, I had a first period English class which was later changed to a first period biology class, which she conveniently happened to be in. And, this douchebag of a teacher, I don't know if he did this on purpose, but he decided he wanted me in that class. So I accepted it, especially since I wanted to be able to know this girl. I wanted to know her better. But, whatever. A little later in the day, I was informed that I would be, on the same day, at the same time, really. I was informed that I was transferred to another class as well. It was a fourth period English class. And sure enough, who was there? The girl that I had had a crush on since middle school. And I was excited about that until I sat down. And as soon as it happened, I heard her say to her friend, "Oh my God, I think he's stalking me." Who says that? Who says that about someone they've known since middle school? Who says that? Bullshit. But, and it made me feel, a mixture of rage and frustration, and it made me feel a bit depressed, And I had asked her, were we still friends afterward? And she said, yeah, and she cracked a big smile. And I was cool with that. And I was happy again. But then, a little later on, she had began showing signs of fear toward me. Not a very good sign, considering we were very close friends at one point. Whatever. So, a little bit later on, afterward, I had wanted to speak with her. I wanted to tell her how I felt. I wanted to tell her how I felt. So, here goes. I told her how I felt. And she said that she wanted to be just friends. Whatever. Why would you want to be friends with someone that you think is a stalker? That kind of seems weird to me. But whatever, you live with it. Pretty much, it made me mad. It made me really mad. But after thinking, I was like, I'll be friends with her. I tried it. Apparently she thought I still wanted her. And a little bit of me still did, but I tried not to let it bother me. And so I started writing her all these letters, and she thought that was creepy, and I thought it, I didn't know how to be, I didn't know how to be emotional in person. I didn't know how to act in front of people. And every time I'd been near her, my heart would beat like real fast, and I'd start sweating. Whatever. But that's in the past. But I'm telling you this story because I want to get that stuff out. I want to clear the air, so to speak. And I didn't think anything of it. I had later gone on to avoid her, and then before the day of junior prom, because I had planned on going, I wanted to bring a date, but I went stag. I wanted to bring a date, but I went stag instead. Uh, but it was cool. I got to dance with two girls that night. I, a night that I thought was gonna be the worst night of my life ended up being one of the best. Um, anyways, after before that day though, I had found out that this girl, this girl decided to date someone that was completely out of her league. It was so obvious what she was doing. She wanted to make sure that I didn't ask her out. She wanted to make sure that I would back off, even though that's what I had been doing for months. Even though I had been backing off for months, she still thought that I had a thing for her. I'd been trying to avoid her. And then, at the prom, she acted like we were cool. We weren't cool. I felt uncomfortable. This girl had some nerve. Dating someone that was out of her league, yet it was so obvious. But I wasn't going to ask her out. I wasn't. I didn't want to ask her out. Not at that time, I know. No, I didn't want to ask her out. Anyways, during the junior prom, she tried, she acted like everything was cool. It was ridiculous. And I tried to ignore it the best way I could. And I moved on from that. Then, a little bit later, I had not heard anything from her in a while as far as school goes or anything else. So I moved on from her. I had thought I could get like a girlfriend. I thought I could get a date to show her that I had someone too. Apparently it doesn't work like that. Guess who ends up looking like the loser, huh? It's ridiculous. Anyways, like I said, moved on. And one of my friends from high school, one of my friends told me that she had said something about me. You see, I had been avoiding her, or at least trying. You see, I had began writing to her again. The whole situation is blown out of proportion. I only did it to make myself seem romantic, because you know in the movies they do that whole thing where they write letters to each other and all that crap. But, because I wasn't very good with confrontation, and till this day I still have a little bit of a problem with it. But I'm a new person now. I'm not that same guy that I used to be, and so whatever. Uh, you know, so here's the thing. My friend had told me that she said something really, mean about me. He wouldn't tell me what it was, though. And then a true friend of mine had told me what she said about me. And then he told me that she said that I reminded her of Ted Bundy. Now, I had not known who Ted Bundy was, because, I'm not much of a history buff. I was never much of a history buff. But he had told me what Ted Bundy did. He was a child molester. Really? You want to compare me to a child molester? Shame. Shame on you. But, whatever. Like I said, I've moved on from that. I have tried to stop thinking about her, but for some reason, she haunts my dreams. And not in a good way. I hate it. Every moment, every day I fall asleep hoping that she doesn't pop up in one of my dreams. Every night. So, this, now he had told me this, my friend had told me this, pretty much, during a senior field trip in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Gatlinburg. Now, I have been to two parts of Tennessee, Nashville and Gatlinburg. And I must say, Gatlinburg is a lot better. Way better than Tennessee. Way better than Nashville. I meant to say way better than Tennessee. It's in Tennessee. It's in Tennessee. Whatever. Gatlinburg is way better than Nashville. Anyways, moving on. This was during the senior field trip, and that had upset me, but whatever. And it really did piss me off, though. And later on, during the end of the field trip, it was like a 3-day field trip. During the end of the field trip, me and her had crossed paths, and my friend was there, and she had whispered something like, I don't hate you, and I had confronted her and said, this was never about you, it was about me trying to live my life. It was about me trying to find a companion, really. It was about me trying to find a companion because I had been lonely. Trying to find someone to be with. And her response to that was, well, I'm not really big into dating right now. As if I actually wanted to go out on a date with her. I mean, what's wrong with just skipping to being boyfriend and girlfriend? What's wrong with that? I should have told her that, but I didn't. I didn't think. But yeah, there's a lot of things I should have said back then that I didn't. And if I had been the same person I am now, back then, I would have done better. I would have done better socially. Because I'm not the same person I used to be. I have changed. But, I had not seen her. I had not seen or heard from her since then. I, may have seen her at my graduation, but I had not heard from her since. So, pretty much, that is the story of the fuckery that is my love life. In order to pretty much know what the other vids are going to be like, you have to watch them. Because unlike the exercise vids, I will not spoil anything. I will not spoil my stories. You're going to have to find out what they are. But pretty much that is the fuckery that is my love life. A very tragic story indeed. It doesn't end well for me. None of these stories will end well for me. Not really. But this is pretty much me, you know, me telling these stories, and, giving you, some insight into the deep, emotional, trauma that I experienced as a young man. It is a very sad, these are going to be very sad and very unfortunate stories. Not all of them will be exactly the same. Not all of them will be, uh, one of them in particular will be a dark tale. In these stories, though, anyone involved except me will be, will not be mentioned. Anyone involved will not be mentioned except for the, words him and her, or I will maybe call them a name or something. But I will not mention any names. I will not mention any actual names, because I don't want to give anything away. Maybe I might use code names or something. I don't know. But, pretty much, I am Mike Wayne, aka Rebel 180, and this has been episode 1 of my new miniseries, entitled Story Time with the Rebel, and will be recorded after my exercises, but uploaded it will be uploaded on Saturday. So, until then, so long.